Hey everybody, it's nice to see you. I'm back again for another week, and here we go. Fruit Smash Hard Seltzer Berry Blast. It was recommended by a friend, so we'll give it a try today. A little splash. Pretty good, pretty good. So I want to start by a public service announcement. Whenever you think you're feeling a little stupid, I want you to think of this. Think of the fact that there are millions of people that watch The View regularly and agree with Whoopi and Joy. So whenever you're thinking stupid and feeling a little down, think of that little tidbit of information. It'll bring your IQ up about 150 points. Because anybody who watches that show on a regular basis, not that bright. Now we got Screaming Angry Joe back this week. Was screaming earlier in the week about food shortages. This is the same guy who warned us about food shortages, and now he's yelling at people because Americans are waiting online for food. I got an idea. Stop sending money all around the world and work on the food problems here, Joe. I mean, stop screaming at people. It's not presidential. I thought the adults were running the country now. That's what I thought. The adults were running the country. You know, he did come up and say, the baby formula is not his fault. Thinking, hey, Putin's drinking all the formula. He's sitting over there drinking the NutriFed and all those other baby formulas, eating up the Gerber, so there's nothing there for the babies here in America. Everything's the Putin price. Once again, adults running the country. Now, part of the problem with adults running the country right now is there's nothing better in our country than it was the last administration. If anybody can name one thing better, please leave it in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button or the not like button, but subscribe. Leave me what one thing or two things are better. Is it gas prices? No. Oil? No. Cost of food? No. Inflation? No. Stock market? No. A botched retreat from Afghanistan? No. Sending money to Ukraine like crazy? No. Border crisis? No. Tell me just one thing. One thing that's better now. Because this is what you get when you vote personality over policy. We have a personality here. Somebody who's in the gutter, who waited in the basement, but yet he got 80 million votes, 81 million. Everybody should watch 2,000 Mules because it is very interesting. Now, once again, personality of the last guy, not so great. Policy is much better than this guy. We weren't such the shitter we are right now. I mean, it really is crazy. Oh my God, this baby formula. Look around the world, and baby formula's fine everywhere else, especially in Mexico, because we're sending in baby formula like crazy. Mexico gets baby formula. Ukraine gets 50 billion, and the United States gets crack pipes. You know what? Because we all need to be on drugs to deal with what is going on in our government right now. I think they may be on bigger drugs than we are, but they want us all on drugs just like this way they can keep us down. That's what they're trying to do. It is absolutely insane. Did anybody notice that we didn't have formula problems all these 100 years with formula? We haven't had any of these problems until men started having babies. As soon as men started having babies, next thing you know, the formula problems. How about some of these men start donating their breast milk? See how that goes. Apparently, from the fucker, you can get milk out of anything. Just saying, it was in a movie, must be true. Really need those drugs. Now, Supreme Court, man. Supreme Court with the whole abortion thing is going crazy. Now, I just want to say, regardless of where you stand, if you are standing up on stage talking to some people going crazy, saying you're proud to have an abortion or 2 or 3 abortions, and it's for your health, if it's for your health, the one thing, but it's for your career and your sanity and all this other stuff, I don't know if I'd be proud of it. Proud may not be the right word, because many women who have abortions later on in life really have some deep regret and some problems psychologically. So proud may not be the word you want to use. You disgusting human being. Proud is not it. And my opinion or view of it means nothing. But proud is something you should not be. That I am 100% certain. 100% certain. So the feminists are all out again, and they're saying that women should get equal pay. Well, back to equal pay for women, because apparently you can be a woman anymore. It's no more birthing person. It's no more trans woman. Now it's just women. Women are back to the forefront. The feminists are out. Equal pay again. Equal pay. How about equal jobs? I don't think it's equal pay. I think it's equal pay for good-paying jobs, not ditch diggers, roofers, mason workers, subway workers. So any of the hard jobs, physical jobs, the men can have, and they can pay what they want. Women only want the jobs that pay a lot. Give me a break. Give me a break with this equality. Go get a job and work when you can. Women get paid more than I do in my field. I tell you, it's based on experience and education, and that's the way it should be, to be honest with you. And then can somebody tell me how abortion is good for our democracy? I haven't figured that out. Sounds a little bizarre to me. I'm figuring you get rid of people. It's probably not good for democracy unless you're like survival of the fittest, herding the crowd, so this way there aren't as many dumb people. I mean, I don't know, but you don't know if they're, well, maybe you do know if they're dumb before they come out. It depends who the parents are. Just saying. But you know what's good for democracy? Whiskey. Because we all hang around drunk a little bit. Maybe we have a little bit more clarity. Just saying. I don't know. And Chelsea Clinton came out last week and said that her grandmother didn't have access to abortion. Chelsea, you're lucky she didn't. Cheers, Chelsea. You're lucky she didn't, sister. Now, here's a rough one. Pelosi again, out the drunken hag that she is. You can barely understand the word from this slurred, incoherent old hag. But the question is, do you have a better chance of seeing Bigfoot or a sober Pelosi? I'm going to go with the former. I think we have a better chance to see Bigfoot because there ain't no documentaries on a sober Pelosi. A lot of documentaries on proof of Bigfoot, whether you believe or not. Now, the press secretary, Peppermint Patty Saki, is done. Her last day was Friday the 13th. She does look a little like Chucky also, but she's out. And towards the end, she had her address doxxed, and there were people protesting in front of her house. It was no good. Same woman who got there and said, protesters in front of the Supreme Court judge's house, these are just passionate people. Passionate people? It's against the federal law. They're all criminals, should be in jail. It's against a federal law to protest in front of a judge's private home. Against the law, but nobody's above the law unless you're a liberal protesting Roe v. Wade, a draft, not a decision, a first draft. Idiots. Now, how about this? COVID's making a comeback and they're planning the pandemic to be back before the elections. I have this for you. You got get a polio shot, right? Now, say you get 2 polio shots and 2 more boosters. Then you acquire polio. Are you happy you had the polio shots? I don't think so. I think you're pretty pissed off that you got the polio. But you get COVID after the shots, you're thrilled. Thank God I had the shots. It really never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. And in fact, the USA ran out of money for COVID treatments. There are no more COVID treatments. You know why there's no money? We keep sending money to Ukraine. Stop sending money to Ukraine and let's take care of the American people. Speaking of whiskey, my FedEx guy came the other day and he brought me a box, and it was a small box. And I said, oh man, I didn't order anything. I wonder what this is. And my FedEx guy says, yeah, it's too light to be your whiskey or wine. That guy knows me well. I got to give that guy a tip next time I see him. Now, here's an interesting one. New study. I'm going to read you what the study says. Study says that men act differently around women with visibly erect nipples. No shit. We needed a study for that? I've said this many, many times. The men's brain is wired all crazy, and boobs are at the top of the list. They have been since the dawn of boobs. Just saying, once again. A short one today, guys. We're going to keep it real. Now listen. Here's my advice. My aunt and uncle asked if I could change the time to my wedding because it was a little late for them. They're a little older. I haven't responded to them yet. I don't know what to say. Now, my guess is this wouldn't happen if I wasn't gay. What should I say to them? Well, let me tell you something, sister. It has nothing to do with you being gay. They're 2 old folks. They're probably eating a 3 p.m. lunch special. They can't go out at 7, 8 o'clock. Know what you say? Listen, this is the time. If you can't come, I'm sorry. Too bad. You don't get to say anything. Why does everybody need to make it about race and hatred and this and that? And you know what? Speaking about race, unfortunately, up in Buffalo, some deranged lunatic shot some people the other day, yesterday. 10 people he killed. They're black people. God bless them. I hope them and their families nothing but support because it's horrible. Horrible. But why is it? Anytime a white man shoots black people, it's racist. But when black people or a black person shoots a white person, status quo. And when black people shoot black people, nobody gives a hell. Nobody. So I had a rant about this because you know what the news and the media and the politicians do? All they do is stir the pot of hate. That's all they want to do. Nothing but discord because it brings voters. Can we please just get back to loving each other and look at it, each individual thing individually? That's all I'm saying. I feel like Kamala there because she says the same words over and over. And I just did that. A lot of word soup. I apologize. But listen, you never know what's going to come tomorrow. I said yesterday was a shooting. Find a person or people that you love and tell them. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. Tell them you love them. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The people in your life are in your life because they're important to you. And they're important. You're important to them. Tell them you love them. Most powerful 3 words in English language. I love you. See you guys next week, man. Cheers.